George here for Pie Sticks Custom Rods. Just wanted to let you know that we've got a nice flounder here. A good fishing buddy of mine said that he only gets one side, which is the top side. But I'm here to show you there's another side. So basically, we're going to fillet a flounder today and show you how it's done. So first thing we're going to do is cut along the back side. Now you don't want a knife too sharp, just due to the fact that if it's too sharp, when you go to skin the fillet, it will cut through the skin and be a real pain in the butt to do. So this is how we're going to show you how it's done. These flounder were caught on a gigging trip, so I guess we kind of cheated a little bit, but that's alright. It's still legal. Blade angle has a lot to do with how clean you get your cuts. So that's a decent sized fillet right there. Nice worm. We can have to edit this out later. It's kind of gross. So, you don't want to go all the way through, but you get most of it about like so, and it makes it easier to get the other side if you leave this side attached, because it's raised up a little bit. But just like the other side, you got to come around this little edge right here. You don't have to get too close to the fin, because the closer you are to the fin, the more of a pain in the butt it is to start the fillet properly. And just like the other side, and the mosquitoes have their own agenda today, don't they? A little too much meat on the tail there. Usually what I do at this point is I make sure I get all the way down there and then come through the back side and just cut all the way down. And then actually cut the rib bones like so. Then give a poke all the way through, out, and up. And that's the bottom side right there. There's a lot of meat on there. It really bothers me that my fishing buddy, I know he catches quite a few flounder and wastes, I guess, a lot of meat. Kind of bothered me a little, but so be it. Hopefully he watches this, which I'm sure he will. And when you're done, you have an almost paper thin flounder. So one of the other things I like to do, which this one has an empty stomach, so you can't really tell what he's been eating, but we have a couple other ones over here that we did earlier. This little guy and this little guy here ate that pinfish. So now I'm going to show you how to skin them real quick. And this all has to do with blade angle. Unless you, I mean, at this point I guess you could say you're done. Just hose them off and be done, but I like to take the skin off. And I guess it's a personal preference thing. Start off, you just want to take a little bit off. Hold your fingernails underneath. I've tried the clipboards they sell at Walmart, Kmart. You want to try and get your blade angle just so. And then a little at a time. You get too much blade angle, you'll actually cut the skin in half. Now that skins perfectly. Look at that. So no skin on this fillet, which for some reason flounder fillets always seem to fall in half, so which is okay. But then you'll always have these little pieces here which come off of their fins. You just kind of scrape them with your blade and they come off, no problem. And then you can run your fingers in there and you'll easily find the rib bones that you cut through earlier. It's kind of one of the reasons I cut them out, is so they're easier to find, and that's a perfect fillet right there. So we'll clean up the other one real quick. That's it. But that's the top side. Now for the bottom side, it's a little trickier. Especially when you screw up like this. Because these, when you're skinning them, will for some reason give you a hard time. So you just kind of go underneath them. And you want to cut them up past the meat. You got to get these off there before you skin it. Okay. And just like before, blade angle is key. Work your fingers up as you do it. Sometimes you have to pull back because they tend to slide. Once again, skin comes right off, and I do this on all my fish. Even steelhead. For some reason, this one's got a lot of bones right there. So, trim that whole piece off. It's full. And like I said earlier, the fin muscles, it's kind of scrape. I mean, you could eat them, but they always seem to fall off and become a huge pain in the rump. So we just take the blade, just kind of pull on them, and they come right off, just like that. Feel for bone, no bone. We're good there. Take all this meat here, throw it in the pile. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get the bottom side of the flounder. So please don't waste any more flounder. They're so damn tasty. This bottom side, top side. This is George from Pie Sticks Custom Rods. Hope you'd enjoy the video. Fish on.